So lay down your burdens, lay down your shame.
I thought it was interesting to see, as Carrie did this visual processing, to see how it challenged her. You can see the tasks here are to take one piece from one side and then another piece from the other side to sew them in a chain.
Pull it back a little bit. There you go.
I had laid out the pieces, the stacks of pieces, so that she didn't have to turn them, and she could just pick them up and keep them in the same shape.
It doesn't match.
Hmm?
It doesn't match.
But it's good. I mean, this
This is too small.
Well,
But that she often turns them and had to reorient them. Also, the process of stacking the pieces so that the end of one block it lines up with the middle of the next block was another piece of the problem.
There you go.
The other piece was that some of the blocks were just slightly different sizes than the other 7 blocks, and so that slight difference in the size presented quite a bit of challenges for her.
The pico's not even when the picos are smaller.
Yeah.
Oops.
What
What? Oh yeah.
defines it as?
So the needle, the mark here, and the
Yeah.
point should all line up, but on the smaller ones it doesn't. See, he's off-centered because he's smaller.
Well, it's off-centered on here and here, but the needle lines up with that point, right? And that's what's important, is it lining up with that point. The length of these down here certainly doesn't matter, right? Because that's going to be sewn into the quilt. And that does a little bit, but it's a small enough difference that it won't, no one will notice on the blanket. But it's interesting that
It bugs me.
it bugs you. I mean, it is right that it
doesn't line up.
doesn't,
This one's not good.
but that's going to be below the quilt. That'll be sewn into the quilt, right?
I thought it was an interesting example of
Yeah.
visual processing challenges for people with posterior cortical
I
atrophy.
already passed that though.
No,
Carrie's
but it's
an
this one.
excellent
You gotta
seamstress.
pass it. I got it back up.
Would have been able to do this in a quarter of the time without any of my help.
Yeah,
Just probably a year ago even, still would have been able to do that.
So lay down your burdens.